Am I the idiot for not telling my mother that my brother's seeing someone and humiliating her? My EM31 brother has broken off a long-term relationship. He decided to see a therapist to help with his depression, and that has helped him tremendously. My mother and I don't have a relationship because she's homophobic. My brother and I are LC with her. She's been very upset about him breaking his engagement. Note, see my other AITA post. Not once did she call to see how we was coping. She only called to berate him. My brother met someone, Anna, at a party we went to. They hit it off and went on a few dates. He asked me to keep this to myself and that he was doing things at his pace. Yesterday, I get a call from my mother asking me if I knew that my brother was seeing someone. She said she saw him with Anna at a restaurant and confronted him. My brother freaked out and left Anna at the restaurant. I tell her that his love life is none of her business. She responded by saying that I manipulated her only son into breaking off his engagement. I just hung up and called Anna to see if she needed help. She asked me to come pick her up. When I get to the restaurant, I see her outside getting screamed at by my mother. She was with a family friend, calling her a homewrecker, whore, gold digger. Anna got in my car. My mother came to my car and banged on the windows. People were staring now, and my mom literally put herself in front of my car to block our way. I got out of the car, grabbed her arm and pushed her away. She couldn't get a word in because I was yelling about how she's a pathetic excuse of a mother, and that all her children fucking hate her, and that she's the only reason my brother didn't want to tell her he's seeing someone. My mother was speechless for a second and we just left. Anna was shaking, so I decided to bring her over to our house. My brother locked himself in his room and didn't want to talk to anyone. We just sat Anna down, and when she got her bearings she decided to head home, and my partner dropped her off at her house. The next day I get a voicemail from my mother telling me that I humiliated her in front of her friend by telling lies and slandering her reputation, and that I assaulted her. I am getting calls from family saying that I should never speak to my mother like that, and that it affected my poor mother's mental health. Some of our extended family didn't know why my brother ended his engagement, but they're all taking my morar's side now. I only feel bad because my brother is also getting bombarded by calls and texts saying he let his ex down, that he was hurting his mother so much, and that he should be ashamed. I feel like we're back at square one because I chose to confront my mother. I tried to get him to make an appointment with his therapist this week, but he's been ghosting me. I feel like this turn of events could have avoided if I didn't confront my mother and just left with Anna, and that it made Anna an even bigger target for my mother because she was with me when I exploded. Edit. Thank you to all who answered. I have to take care of exam week for my students, so I did not have time to edit before now. So much organizing to do. I wholeheartedly agree that my brother was also an asshole, but I know that he acted recklessly because he couldn't deal with the situation emotionally. He finally decided to go see his therapist again. I read over every comment and will try to answer the most I can. My mother did not press charges for me grabbing her arm, but I agree with a comment saying I shouldn't have done that. Thank again for all the help. Update. A short update for everyone. I have decided to go full NC with my mother, and all my siblings have decided to do the same after they heard about what happened. Obviously, my mother is not pleased and is telling everyone I demonized her. If I try chucking holy water at her, we'll never know. I am moving out of the country for a job opportunity with my current partner. Frankly, I feel like putting as much distance between me and my mother is going to be the best outcome for everyone. We're moving in about 2 months to Switzerland. Anna and my brother have spoken about what he did. He's apologized and told her that he thought, at that time, that he was ready to move on and be his normal self again, but he realized he would need more help. He apologized profusely for what he did to her, and he would understand if she didn't want to speak to him again. He's been seeing his therapist regularly again and has cut contact with our mother. Anna was hesitant at first but decided to forgive him, and they decided that being friends would be better for them. We're all meeting, siblings and mutual friends, for a New Year's Eve party tonight, and we'll have fun. Or not, since we're extremely competitive when it comes to board games and things get heated, in a good way. So, I feel like this is a happy ending for everyone except my mother. I feel a bit bad saying this, but that makes me happy. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for calling my mom when my husband refused to listen to me? I, 26F, recently moved into my first home. I am also 4 months pregnant with our first baby. The pregnancy has been very hard. I have horrible morning sickness. It reached a really bad point where I passed out, hit my head, and my doctor admitted me to the hospital for a week. When I got home, my husband allowed his brother's family to move into 2 of our 3 bedrooms. They were evicted, I don't know why. One room was my office, was tossed into our room, papers everywhere. The house was a complete wreck. Trash, dirty clothes, used diapers. I started to cry. It was like a light flipped. My husband was no longer the same. My husband told me it wasn't that bad. My reply was, "It's fine, then you should have the house cleaned up before I wake up." Completely exhausted, I fell asleep for 4 hours. I woke up and went to get a drink of water. I couldn't. Every glass we own is scattered around the house. They didn't clean a single thing. I passive-aggressively started to pick up the dirty dishes and washed them. The following morning, I was trying my best to work when their kids were crying non-stop, banging on the walls, so on. Their mom was in her room for hours ignoring them. When my husband came home, he was upset with me over how I didn't make his brother's wife feel welcome in our home by helping with their kids when she was tired. Then continued to complain how nothing was done while he was at work all day in the house. Yep, the same one he didn't clean. That led to a fight where I told him I am too sick to have company and they need to leave. To which he replied they are his family and he won't kick them out. I started to cry again. I was beyond frustrated, exhausted. I physically couldn't do it anymore. I called my mom asking if I could come stay with her, telling her the whole story in front of my husband, who at this point was completely shocked, angry. Also, I could tell he wasn't sure what to do. My mom came with my brothers. I have 3 older brothers. My mom, super angry, told my husband, "Since your family can stay, so can we." My mom quickly took charge. I was sent to bed. My brothers started cleaning, complaining loudly at how disgusting my BAL family is, along with what a horrible husband my husband is for putting me through this while I am sick. I got a text message from my MIL for calling me an A for not helping my husband clean up the house, and putting my BAL in an uncomfortable position by having my mom boss him around. Edited to add update, when my MIL showed up she was super angry outside. I could hear shouting but couldn't understand what was said. Once inside she was shocked. My house looked really bad. My BAL lied to her about what happened. My MIL quickly started to help my mom in the bossing mode. My house is not just cleaned but deep cleaned. My BAL and his kids are now staying with MIL. She didn't know about the eviction. My in-laws helped them financially a couple of months ago. My MIL was not happy about it. SAL refused to come out of the bedroom. She would scream through the door, but that was about it until her family came to pick her up. Last little bit. I did talk to my husband. He seemed very remorseful. I asked for some space. He is staying at a hotel. He asked to come by and talk to me tonight. My mom and dad are here. Both moms felt like I should have someone here since I am sick. Both moms have set up a meal plan where they trade off who will bring in dinner. It was my MIL idea. Thank you for all your advice. I truly appreciate it. Talk with husband, summed up since it lasted 4 hours, it was a hard talk. He is remorseful. Bill was only supposed to stay for a couple of nights, then leave. Originally, he thought they would be gone before I got home. He said he is tired and emotionally upset himself. When I originally passed out, my husband left to help a friend move. He came home and found me. He said he has no idea how long I was on the floor hurt. He was originally scared I had died. Since then he has had nightmares, on top of dealing with his family drama. He admitted to dumping his frustration onto me, when it's not my fault. He begged me for another chance. The next steps. We are still separated. He plans on staying at my brother's house in his casita. We are going to go to marriage counseling and individual counseling. He asked if he could come when the home health nurse comes each night and to my DR's appointments. I agreed to that. Update on BAL, his wife admitted to having an affair. She told him she got married too soon and doesn't want the responsibilities of being a mom anymore. I am not sure what will happen with him and his kids, but I am shocked that she feels this way, especially with her kids.